Hello, good afternoon. We have got Gavin here.
Hello everyone. Hello Hochanda world. How are you all doing?
Oh, we are very excited about what you have brought us today.
Absolutely.
Especially the Genius Square.
Especially the Genius Square. If you are looking for something a little bit different for somebody for a Christmas present, be they young or old, we are about to show you what I believe is the greatest game ever invented. Now, if I tell you, Paola,
yes,
that for the last 27 years, I've played well over 5,000 games.
Wow.
This is the best by a million miles. Wow. I'm going to explain to you why. Now, if we look at the Genius Square here, this is a head-to-head battle. There are 7 dice that you get, as you can see here. And when you roll them, they can land in any one of 62,208 different combinations.
Wow.
Once you've landed those combinations, you then have to use the little round blockers to block off those coordinates, as you can see we've done here. And then using the rest of the 9 pieces, you race against your opponent in order to complete the grid.
Okay.
And believe it or not, it works every single time. The maths behind this is incredible. It was created by an Algerian mathematician a couple of years ago, and this is the pièce de résistance of amazing games. Okay. Would you like to have a go? Yeah, basically that's okay. A yes.
I
know you're a bit worried about this.
Well, yeah, I'm going to
You think I'm going to beat you?
Obviously.
Yes, I am. But
yes,
that doesn't mean you're not going to improve over time. To
be
fair, I've played this thousands of times. So what I've got here, and I do want to stress to the viewers, this is a demo size model so that you can see it clearly. It's this one over here that's the one that you're actually going to get with the 2 sets included inside. So here are giant versions of our 7 dice, and we're going to roll them here. Okay. And let's see what's come up here. Now we're going to take our round pieces and we're going to block these off. So we've got A5 and we've got A6 and we've got F5 and we've got B3 and D4 and F3 and C6. So let's just wait. You've got those all in there. Okay. Now we're going to race against each other to try and fill the grid. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go. Now, of course, in theory, hopefully, I should expect to win because it's the first time you've ever played, but it doesn't always work like that. Now, one of the things you might have noticed when I showed you the example at the beginning was that I'd done them in completely different ways. I've completely messed this up as I go through already. This is what happens when you try and talk on television and solve the Genius Square at the same time. So, although there's always at least one solution, there is generally a lot more than one solution for solving this. I am making a complete mess of this right now. Do not worry, I will get there shortly. Here we go. Now there are only 9 pieces here, and that does mean that it's relatively straightforward for younger people to play as well. So if you've got somebody in the house who is, oh, you're so struggling there, so am I here at the moment. If you've got somebody in the house who is a little person, as young as even 6 years old, come on, you're supposed to be trying to beat me here. As young as even 6 years old, there's no reason at all why they can't play this. Do you know what? On live TV, I am making a complete pig's ear of this. We will get there in 1 second. And it is, as I say, always, always possible. I think I might be close to doing it. I have. There you go. That is solved there like that.
I'm not even near that.
No, but you did really, really well.
No.
So as you can see, each game takes no more than a couple of minutes, and you simply reset the dice. And again, if you play a second game straight away, there is only a 1 in 62,208 chance that you will roll the same coordinates again.
Can we play again?
We can play again, absolutely, 100%.
Game.
Okay, we'll play another game. Take them out there. Again, if you look at the small ones over here, they're a lot less fiddly than the big ones, to be honest with you. They fit beautifully inside the squares as well.
Addictive.
Okay, it's a very addictive game. So we're going to roll the dice again. Here come our coordinates again. So we've got A1, A6, C3, and E4. And A5. And B5. So that's interesting. They're all on the top half of the board mainly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm missing one, aren't I? What am I missing?
B1.
B1. There you go. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go. Let's go. Right, now, hopefully, this time with a little bit less commentary as we go through, I might actually be able to get this done a little bit quicker and demonstrate to the Hochanda-loving public just how great this game is. If you haven't seen this game before, it is because it is basically brand new. It's only been out for a year. And I can tell you that in that first year, we remarkably have sold 117,000 copies across the world.
Oh.
So near and yet so far for me here. Oh,
approaching 10% of this amazing game.
But
it's already gone.
Do you know what the problem is?
Yeah.
The problem is I can't multitask.
Oh, well.
Can you think of any reason why that might be?
I couldn't possibly comment on that.
No, I think my wife will tell you that I can't do that either. She'll also tell you that I can't load the dishwasher.
No.
I think I have done it. There you go.
Oh.
No more than about a minute there,
All
and
right.
I win. And of course, as you get more prolific at this, you'll get quicker and quicker. Now, one of the most beautiful things about this is the fact that no matter whether you are 6 or 66 or 166, which is a little less likely, you're working on the same level. So more often than not, you might even find that the children will beat the grown-ups. So to have this as a game at the Christmas table for everybody to sit down after a few sherries, after lunch, to be able to all try is absolutely amazing. I promise you, this is the best game I've ever played. If you buy one game in the rest of your life, this is the game to buy. It's such a beautiful story behind it. You get everything you need for 2 people to play inside, obviously including the dice as well. And of course, there's your instruction booklet with 5 different languages, including Spanish.
Oh, great.
Including Spanish, there you go. So that is the Genius Square.
Well, if you want to have some more inspiration on how it works, here is a video that they have put together to show you how it all works. I have played just twice and I'm already wanting to go play more and more. And I have been beaten as well. Usually when I'm beaten, I don't want to play anymore. But with this one, I really, really love it.
Let me tell you, on Friday night with my eldest daughter, she challenged me to beat her to be the first to 10 wins in a game.
Yeah.
That's how much the kids love doing this. Yeah. It's such a wonderful game. And in an age where we're trying so hard to pull children away from just using phones and computers, this is a hands-on game that really gets everybody doing something which is traditional. So let's just have a look and see what you get again. So you've obviously got the nice box.
Yes.
And inside the box, you're getting 2 of everything. So you can either play solo if you want to, or you can race against your opponent because you get everything that you need in order to play 2 games at the same time. Plus, of course, your 7 dice. Now, if you have got a family of 4 or a family of 6 or whatever it is, you can buy multiple sets. So the number of people that plays is absolutely unlimited. It just makes it harder to win if there's more of you. This is the most wonderful game. I promise you, you will not regret buying this game. It's something very special and it is taking the world by storm.
Now, I love the fact that you can play solo. I live on my own, therefore this would be perfect for me, you know, like kind of to challenge myself. So would you take time yourself?
So you can time yourself, try and beat your records. However you want to do it, just set yourself more and more challenges. I'll tell you something else about this. Not only did this reach the final of the Game of the Year in America this year, but it's also received the 2nd highest rating ever given to a game by the Good Toy Guide.
Well, you know, I have to tell you that 20% of the stock has already gone. If you want to secure yours, Genius Square, remember that today is, I believe, it's the 9th of December. So you still, if you buy it today, you will also get it in time for Christmas, which is perfect as a Christmas present. The item number is 549652, £16.99 plus PNP if you are not a Freedom member. If you are a Freedom member, you have got obviously a further discounts because we are in the middle of our festive freedom. You're only paying £15.29.
That's a bargain.
Now we are approaching, you know, quarter of the stock already gone. Yeah, exactly. It is an absolute bargain, and it's such an intuitive game as well. I never played it before, and I saw it, and you know, I more or less, you know,
it takes 10 seconds to learn how to play, and then you want to play again and again and again.
Now we have got more games as well, you know, ahead. So let's see another one that the Puzzle Company, Happy Puzzle Company, have brought us. Now we have got here the 30 cube jigsaw. Gavin, could you explain us a little bit how this one works?
I'm actually going to tell you this is my proudest moment ever in all my years of inventing games. So this is 30 cubes, and what you've got, rather unsurprisingly, are 30 cubes. Now, let's turn them upside down, and they all come up, and of course they all go over the floor as well.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Only on live TV.
Chloe's going to grab them.
Chloe's going to come and grab them for us. Okay. Now, what you'll notice is that each of the cubes has got the same 6 base colours. So there's always a black and a green and a purple and a red and a yellow and a blue. But they've also got on them these coloured lines.
Yeah.
And some of them have got dots which indicate the start of a line or the end of a line, and sometimes there's curved bits, sometimes there's straight bits, and they all become relevant in a moment.
Yeah.
Now, this is a whole world of puzzles, and before I show you what they are, I'm going to tell you the most amazing story about them.
Yeah.
This was invented 3 years ago by myself with a gentleman called Ivan Moscovich, who is the world's most famous puzzle inventor. He's actually a colleague of Erno Rubik, who invented Rubik's Cube. Wow. And Ivan has invented over 100 puzzles throughout his life. He's now 93 years old. And when he turned 90, he said to me, because we've been friends for years, don't you think it would be a nice idea if we actually did a puzzle together? And so this was the result of it. And it's based on mathematical principles which have intrigued mathematicians for ages and ages and ages. And we've turned it into a wonderful game. So there are lots of different levels that you have to the puzzles. Now, in the first level, we're going to take the base colours. So in this case, we're going to take green. And we're going to turn all of these, and you can help me, Paula, if you want, just to turn them all over so that we see the green side.
Yeah.
That's it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build the base. Now, the rule that we're going to follow is that wherever we have the coloured lines, they've got to be logical. So you can't have a middle of a line randomly. You've got to have the beginning and the end of the line. So if we start building this, maybe you can see these from overhead. Like this, okay, so we can build that around there like that, and maybe build that around there like that. And as we go through, what you'll see is that the lines start to build themselves together. Now, it looks very easy. It looks like basic building blocks, but of course it's not as easy as basic building blocks, especially because I'm doing this quickly now, so I'm inevitably going to make a little bit of a mistake. But this is the easy level. This is the level at which you're effectively sequencing colours together, and then it starts to get harder as you go through. So even if I don't get it quite right first time, this is going to give you a very good idea of what's involved in what we have to do here. You can see how that works like that. Now, if we take the little booklet over here, I'll be able to show you, actually from overhead here as well, how the different puzzles work. So in the first level, what we're trying to do is build all of the base colours. So you can see that's how black will build and how green will build. And as you work through, they basically just make the 6 different puzzles. Then it starts to get harder. If we go to level 2, what we're doing here is we're using specific line colours. So you're following a series of rules, and that gets harder as you go through. When you move up to level 3, you've got 15 of one colour, and 15 of another colour, and you've got to make sure they work. And the reason why that's so difficult is because you don't know